What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Cash coming to you live from the living room here with C Gutter, aka Clutch, and Video Dude. We're gonna break down the latest drama between Kendrick and Drake. Everybody's talking about this. We're gonna preview his latest track that he just dropped literally today, like 2 hours ago. But before that, we're gonna break down the beef between both of them, the tracks that released this week, break down some of the lyrics, and we're gonna find out how people is feeling and who's winning this back and forth between them. So we got the list of the tracks that came out recently between the two of them. He's gonna lay out the track list for y'all.
So the track list from the beginning, it started off with First Person Shooter, then Like That. After Like That, it was
Give Me 50.
Give Me 50 or Push Ups. Then it was Euphoria from Kendrick. Then after Euphoria was 616 in LA. Then Drake dropped Family Matters. Then Kendrick dropped
The Grams.
Meet the Grams.
And then he dropped Not Like Us.
Not Like Us,
Which is
another
like
bomb.
literally 2 hours ago.
Not even giving the boy a chance to breathe. People noticed too when we was listening to all of the tracks. When you listen to them in order on Kendrick's side, you hear him basically the escalation. Like it started on Euphoria saying, "I'm not trying to go there. We could keep this on wax." To where we at now, where he's calling him a kitty diddler and all kind of shit. Like it went wow, real
And not only
fast.
that, he's saying,
If you don't tell lies about me, then I won't tell truths about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of the key bars. And I definitely said from the first time I heard Euphoria, and he said, "We make a music that electrify him, you make music that pacify him." That's it. That's the little note right there.
He should have seen that come out.
Just like so many, it was just like so many bars that was over the past 2 weeks. That was really, we didn't even get time to digest everything.
To dissect it,
Like,
yeah.
We have to literally listen to every song like 5-6 times to understand. Every time we listen, we get something new, bro.
For into it, right? So for those who want a quick timeline, so after Like That dropped and everybody was going hard saying Drake had to respond, it took him about 21 days, 3 weeks, and then he dropped Push Ups or dropping Give Me 50, which was hot. Everybody was feeling, although a lot of people wasn't sure if it was AI at first. That was a thing that was going around, but he mixed it, added the act drop at the end, so we knew what time it was. And people were saying Kendrick got to drop, he got to respond, trying to time limit it. And I was like, yo, he had 21 days, give this man his time. He came back in 17.
And on top of that, he dropped the Tailor Made freestyle.
Good job bringing that up, because I forgot.
Into it.
Yeah, it got taken, he took it down because Tupac's estate sued him for that.
I listened to it a couple of times, and from what I've heard, it's Drake through AI. Tupac, he's making it sound like Tupac is talking bad about Drake.
Yeah, getting at him. I heard the context of it, and I'm sure it's still up on YouTube. It's just Drake had to take it down.
He was basically saying that you need to come at Drake. All this about taking rings and burning tattoos.
Oh,
and
you talking about it's his mind type thing? They're talking to him in his head or something, and they tell him, you need to do this, you need to do that. Like a good bad versus evil.
Saying like it's actually them. Like if they was alive, this is how they would feel about Kendrick, because they was basically shitting on him.
well,
in the
Snoop
AI
actually is alive. Let's clear
okay,
that
yeah, I
first.
keep saying that. Yeah, my bad. Yeah,
But
Tupac.
I don't think Snoop would even do anything, because Snoop and Kendrick are from the same place. They in the
Nah,
same
because it's deeper than that. Because Snoop passed the torch to Kendrick Lamar, giving him,
exactly. Yeah.
saying that he's the king of the West Coast, or I'm not sure. I don't want to use those exact words.
Yeah. But that's what a lot of people say. And as you bring up the West Coast, that's a good point. They definitely riding for Kendrick. They trying to uplift this shit on their own. Because I'm not going to lie to y'all, a lot of the online discourse I'm seeing is they not feeling Kendrick shit. I'm surprised. Especially
The West Coast?
No, not the West Coast. They riding with him. Just in general, there was a lot of East Coast, not West Coast people. I seen Cam and Mace. I seen Waka Flocka, Gilly, all talking bullshit after. Was it Wallow? I thought it was Gilly. No, it was Gilly.
Oh,
It was Gilly too. It was
Gilly. I didn't see Wallow.
Yeah.
Wallow said shit. It was Gilly saying it was whack after Meet the Grams. He did give him credit after he dropped.
616.
No, it wasn't 616. He wasn't feeling he was feeling Meet the Grams. Yes, it was Euphoria he did not like.
Just heard that Kendrick Lamar diss. Kendrick, but that shit was going on the cob, man. You know what's crazy, man? The light skin is winning, man. 3-0, man. Drake up 2-0.
I didn't hear him tell. He did not like Euphoria, but he said Meet the Grams because he wanted to hear. That's what he wanted to hear. Disrespectful shit. Like he wanted to hear disrespectful shit, not that singing And partly that's the problem. I think people don't realize you got to dissect some of Kendrick bars. I put it in terms. I said Drake, usually not this, but it's more microwave music. He gets straight to the shit and tells you like, Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. Like he get into it. Whereas Kendrick shit, you got to dissect it. It's more like a meal. Like you got to prepare it.
I kind of feel like Kendrick kind of gets on that level as well, where he could get disrespectful, but he's trying to come from a humble place. This is not what I want to do, but you're forcing my hand, and I have to take it there.
Word, because I was saying, good rap is good rap. It don't gotta be straight disrespectful. I like to, if I gotta dissect this shit, that'll make me think. I'd rather judge it off of that than if it makes you dance, because that's what was annoying me. I was seeing a lot of people saying, well, Drake won because they can make you dance. My nigga, this is not a dance off.
Yeah, because Kendrick's songs.
The winner of a rap battle is not the song that can make you shake hips.
That's why Kendrick.
This is some Shakira shit.
Was like, you can't tootsie slide out of this one.
Yeah, like word. Like Drake should knock, and if you want to say he's winning, which I can accept, even though we'll get to our opinions, I can accept that, but not because it can make you dance. Like this is not what we here for.
Are Schmeat writers, bro.
I ain't never.
They drizzly gob.
It never occurred in my head like, yo, when Tupac was making hit them up, it was for the bitches to shake their ass.
Yeah, word, right? Like that's not what you're thinking.
I think whoever thinks that opinion are drizzler gobstoppers, bro.
Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure Nas was in the studio making ether. Like, wait a minute, can they shake to this?
Yo, that's serious.
I ain't gonna front. Drake probably was thinking that because he do drop shit like that. Like he has a certain sound, but
and not only that, but whenever he drops music, his fan base is for younger people. So he wants younger people to side with him because that's what he's gonna do. He's not really for older dudes, but now he's coming out. I feel like his bars are much harder than before, but even still, I think Kendrick's is way harder, bro. I'm just saying.
But I want to give credit because Push Up, Tailor Made, and Family Matters all was dope. And I went back. I never got to put out the video because that shit takes time. So last episode we spoke about like that and whether or not Drake will respond, and I didn't think he would. Now we got some rap drama. This has been in the making for a long time. I wanted to know how y'all feel about the Kendrick bars, whether or not we're going to get responses and all of that. Just whatever, how y'all feel.
I liked it. I always been a Kendrick fan. I liked it. It's sad that he's going up against J. Cole.
I don't think it deserves a response. That's just my personal opinion. I'm leaving it at that, bro. Dollars, you had to put me on.
I didn't think Drake would respond. I thought J. Cole, I didn't know if he would, but I thought he would be a problem. J. Cole did some bitch ass shit. We're gonna talk about that on the podcast. Whatever. We'll get to that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you the opinion what Good Brother C said. He's like, I can't fuck with Jermaine Cole with that little piece of hair grease shit.
We ain't gonna speak on that man no more. We gonna do that episode. But however, I thought he would have been a problem. But this is Drake rapping like old Drake, and I could respect it. And I didn't know if he still had that in him. So like I said, I could respect that. But this is one instance where he's playing checkers and Kendrick playing chess. Like the time movements, the dropping of the tracks, how him letting him know he he got a leak in his camp. He told him on 616, you got a leak on your camp. Drake drops Family Matters, and then 30 minutes later, he drops Meet the Grams, basically stomping on Family Matters.
Also, if you realize if it was 616 in LA, the song art, it was a picture of a Maybach glove.
Yes.
A receipt.
The warning shot.
Mm-hmm. That was a warning shot. Yeah, because 616 only had a piece of the glove in it. And then Meet the Grams had the full picture. And then we was arguing because this is a good thing we want to touch on because I definitely want to know in the comments. Let us know where you stand. At this point, it's like it don't even matter if it's true. Drop the innuendos in the bars, and that's all people going to remember. So far, we got Drake saying Kendrick beats his baby moms.
Allegedly.
Beats his baby moms. That kid is not his.
I think it was his bodyguard, his son's baby daddy.
The son's baby father. We'll get back to it. Those was his. Kendrick is basically on, Drake be messing with young kids. He on some foul kitty diddler shit. He's an alcoholic. He
got a 12-year-old daughter.
Popping Percocets.
Popping perks. Got another child that he's not claiming. At this point, it's out there. What do y'all believe? Do we believe like Drake is really messing with underage? Or just young?
I think 17 in most states is consensual, right?
Yeah, 17 is the age of consent.
Some are younger.
17, yes, usually.
I feel like even in the rap game, And in jail, they don't care. They see anything probably under 18. You a kid dealer. So if he goes to jail and that shit is true, bro, you know they got to put him in cell block 1. I'm kind of torn between it because personally, I agree with you where it's weird. He's messing with younger kids and it's not even in his age group. And it's because he's pandering for a younger audience. And I get it.
So you believe it?
I'm kind of stalemate on it, bro.
You said a lot of stuff.
I'm kind of stalemate with it. I do think he's fucking with younger girls because we do have picture proof, video proof with him messing with that 17-year-old on stage, and he's being a manipulator on stage. So,
but that's legal. That's different than.
But I agree
Millie
with
Bobby
you, though.
Brown.
That's young.
Yeah,
that's young, and Millie Bobby Brown. That's all young. That's all young, bro. So I have to agree with you. He messes with young girls.
Him messing with younger girls, I don't know. It's kind of like a gray line because I feel like with the R. Kelly thing, like they made a whole documentary, so I feel like it came with enough receipts where a person is like, all right, yo, like there's damn enough evidence where I can have a good enough opinion where I'm like, yo, this dude was out here being a nasty man. But if it's just allegations, like it's just shit that's set on wax. But I feel like you need more proof. Like you need other people that can corroborate that story.
Yeah, I'm not taking something nigga saying a rap beef as gospel. So I'm like, yeah, it's funny for the rap beef, and I'm like, there's evidence out there that Drake likes them like in their young 20s, but so does Leonardo DiCaprio. It makes you a weirdo. It doesn't make you a pedophile.
And that I agree with.
That's why I'm like, I think Drake might like him young. The evidence is out there, but I don't think he's really diddling kids.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe
Just like the stuff he's saying on Kendrick, as far as the kid thing, I don't know about that. That's to be determined. But the part that I don't believe is that he be beating on his BM. But, hey, you never know. I don't vouch for none of these.
But wasn't it coming out that he was cheating on his wife?
Who's that?
Yeah, the sex addiction.
Kendrick has been cheating on his wife.
That's the rumor they're trying to say. That's why he got the place in Brooklyn. And as you say that, I think that's definitely one of the issues I had with Drake's track, as dope as it was, is that he veered off. He had bars for Rick Ross.
Metro Boomin.
For, obviously, Metro Boom, not his friend. ASAP Rocky. So that deferred from what he had to say about Kendrick. And I feel like part of the reason he dedicated so many bars to them is that he don't have enough dirt to go in on Kendrick. It's those couple of things and that's it. And rap wars right now is more about gotcha moments. Like, haha, I gotcha.
Honestly,
shit that people didn't know about.
Don't forget.
Okay.
Don't forget.
Family matters.
Hold on. Also, for clarity,
hold on.
Let me say something real quick, because for clarity, I want to make sure before you say something. For all the dogs, he also went across the board with everybody. He talked about NBA YoungBoy. He got a couple of bars on Kendrick.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say is that I think he's making people feel bad for him that, oh, it's a 20v1 on their camp, but it's really not. It's really not. He's making himself seem like that, bro, because he's being a master manipulator. That's what I think.
So he is, but he did have a point. There's a lot of dudes coming at him, but he made a mistake and even responded to them.
Yeah.
Deal with the enemy in front of you. I get it. Like Ross shit, I personally thought it was alright, but Ross is not popping right now. No, like, hate to say it, they're not checking for Rick Ross. So the people, his disc came and went. You know what I mean? So he could have not wasted those bars. But I don't think it was necessarily because he felt like he had to get at Ross. I think it was because it was filler. If you watch anime, think of it as filler.
Speaking of filler, Queen's Flip.
Yeah, like that's how I looked at it. You know what I'm saying? And it went hard though. It was dope.
Yeah,
but it's like stat padding. Whereas Kendrick had nothing but, when you're a public figure like Drake, and that's whether his downfall or whatever makes him who he is that he's all in the cameras. You know what I mean? Remember Suge Knight, all in the video, or all on Instagram and all that. So a lot of his shit is public.
Nah, well, yeah, I kind of feel like, Rick Ross, he kind of dragged himself into this beef, and he kind of had to backpedal himself out. Like, nah, what did I do? Because because to a certain extent, like Drake, he addressed him on. I feel like he did it on For All My Dogs, and was it for Push-Ups?
No, he did Family Matters
Push-Ups
too.
And Family Matters.
He said
Officer
Ricky.
So I don't know if they had problems
Cuff him
before
like
that.
I'm Ricky.
No, he said Ricky getting ready to read my Miranda rights.
To it. Ross calling me the white boy, and the shit kinda got a ring to it. Cause all these rappers waving white flags while the whole fucking club sing to it. Murder scene on your man tonight, then come to vigil with the candlelight. Body at the fucking body, and Rick reading my Miranda rights. I'm going on.
Yeah. And before that, he said on Push-Ups, and he was like, he got me, this nigga pushing 50.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Drake,
and he went at the Dream too. Actually, I caught on a lot of basically all the Dream bars because I didn't get it in the push-ups, insinuating that Dream be buying a bunch of shit for dudes, like on some gay shit, like wifing dudes up. You see, he was like buying dudes tickets, taking them courtside, street niggas.
Or for weekends bread.
Yeah, he's saying that's what Weeknd's doing with his bread, like is tricking on dudes. Remember, he said the shit we do for bitches, you doing for niggas. That was on push-ups. Then he came back on Family Matters and doubled down and was like, "Yo, you taking street niggas courtside and all kind of shit." Like it was dope. Like I ain't gonna lie, he went at them. But again, Kendrick is dropping tracks every 32 minutes. Like you gotta focus your energy.
Nah, because right when Drake think that he has a one-up, Kendrick is trying to knock him down a peg. It's kind of looking like, yo, Drake is really trying to put the final screws to this and trying to end this game, but Kendrick is like, nah, hold up.
That's why he said. That's why Cash was like, you need to focus on the enemy in front of you because he's the bigger threat than everybody else. Forget what everybody else is saying. Kendrick is the one you coming after for. You've been throwing the subs at and everything. Most of your bars, you don't got nothing on. You got everything on everybody else, but you don't got nothing on Kendrick. You spin bars for everybody else, and that's why your songs are like 6-7 minutes long. If it was for that, just for Kendrick, it would probably be like 1, 2, 3 minutes.
Well, you can't say that because Kendrick shit just about Drake, and his tracks is 6 minutes long.
And on
but
top
that's
of that,
the thing. Kendrick got stuff on him,
and he is rapping too.
But the last track he did, it wasn't really nothing on him. He wasn't really spitting no like factual things on him. He was just coming at him
he
like
was
he's
doubling
a kid
down on what he
everything.
already said because he's already said that.
Yeah,
now
he
he's
said that stuff.
Doubling and tripling down.
I feel like this beef with Kendrick is a freaking journey. He gave him the warning shots on Euphoria and like that, and then freaking 616 came in. He gave him a little jabs. Meet the Grams was like haymakers, and Not Like Us is basically like, all right, I'm gonna let the dogs and vultures have him after that.
I know. And I want to retire rap beef. I'm tired of saying that. For me, I just want to say they having a disagreement. Kendrick just hate the way that he walked, the way that he talked, and all that. The bitches he
No
fucked,
Diddy, no
and
Diddy.
everything else.
No Diddy.
Word. So I'm just saying they having a difference of opinion. That's what I want to go with for now.
Nah, well, it's at this point, like, I feel like Drake, he made it more of a rap beef than him. Like you said, I felt like it took steps for him to hate this dude Drake so violently. It was just like, yo, I really didn't want to entertain this dude at first. Like with like that, it just felt like a light jab, you know, like friendly competition. And then somebody just got in their feelings.
It turned into once you bring up women and kids, shit changes. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Drake did first in push-ups when the Bobby and Whitney line. Obviously, Kendrick's baby moms. That was the first shot towards his wife, and that's when they both started getting just fully disrespectful. You know what I mean? But all bets is off, I think, obviously, at this point.
He kind of took pages from Pusha T.
How y'all feel about him in 616 letting Drake know that he got leaks in his camp, like a leaky raft?
Man.
I feel like that definitely has him thinking, and whether it's true or not, for you to release a track called Family Matters and 30 minutes later, a nigga drop a track called Meet the Grams.
Well, he came back
suspicious.
He came back on Family Matters and said he was repeating this one line. He said, "Got a shell for someone in my camp." That's what he was saying.
Basically, what I was saying before, Pusha T told us way before that, 40, he was out here pillow talking for bitches and shit, yo. So this is something that when you get into a rap beef that you should already know, try to keep certain information like under wraps. Drake didn't realize that he had a mole in his camp, and I feel like Kendrick is using that shit to his full advantage.
So not to cut you off real quick,
yeah,
the line that he said
that.
in Family Matters, which one of my so-called niggas, which one of my so-called niggas need a shell from the clip? Always knew I had to smoke y'all niggas.
It could have
Good
been
kid, Mad City van will pop the latch and let the door slide.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
line.
catch that.
It could have been. I felt like that one was for The Weeknd.
Oh, okay.
I
Whether
felt
it was generic or you saying you think it could have been specifically towards the weekend.
Yeah, because he used to be OVO. So,
But I don't know. I didn't catch it. Like, this is something we still dissecting it.
Yeah.
We coming to y'all live trying to give y'all the information. And definitely one allegation I didn't bring up, Drake said about Kendrick, about him hiding a possible second child, this other daughter. Any of us rocking with that Kendrick tried to drop on Meet the Grams?
Well, I have to agree with some of the people on Reddit are saying, like, Drake would not get in the beef knowing that he has a second kid.
Yeah, that would be foolish.
That would be so stupid, bro. Why would you do that? Maybe somebody came to Kendrick and like, Like some you know how some females are, but some angry female probably came to Kendrick's like, yeah, that's his kid.
So academics who has been on top of this was saying that maybe Kendrick got bad information. Like maybe they fed it to him on purpose or whatever.
But at the same time, that's not going to affect Kendrick's fire right now because he's already...
he's on to the next track.
Yeah, he's on to the next track, exactly.
That's a fact. That is an absolute fact.
He has a plan B for everything. He made sure all his bases are covered, bro.
I mean, like, with the amount of females that, like, I don't even be on social media, but the amount of people that just show, like, the different females that Drake be with going to all these different islands and shit, like... It's not out of that possibility that he could have a second child.
And again, when I say this is chess, not checkers, I need to see what Kendrick is doing. A lot of people thought, like I said, even if you asked me before it started who will win the battle off of rapping, even though I listened to more Drake, I would have picked Kendrick. But if you asked me who was gonna win the game, as far as like to social media and all of the people on their side, I would have for sure thought Drake. But Kendrick is doing it so masterfully, and how he's dropping these jewels constantly of like, yo, he messes with little girls, horrible person, does drugs. Like, you fucked up if you stand next to him.
And he's not doing it all at once. He's putting it all out there. Like, you fuck with me, this is gonna come out.
So even if only some of it sticks, that shit gonna stick on on Drake's jacket. You know what I mean? Like, whether it's true or not, some of that shit gonna stick.
And
so
that's
you go
gonna
online
change how
and
he is.
look at the discourse. You know what I mean? Like, that's all people gonna be talking about.
That's gonna change Drake when he comes out of this. He's gonna definitely change how he is.
Like, I got so much sadness in my face right now because all I'm thinking about is poetic justice and how the streets won't, like, I'm going to have to wait another lifetime to get another track like that.
Just like we won't get no more Benny and Freddie. This is when rap disagreements turn bad. We don't get no more hot fire.
Like,
That's
just
the consequence of it.
Like, we're not going to get What a Time to Be Alive Part 2 because Drake and Future is beefing right now.
Yeah, which he had no bars for Future. He just said he don't know what's up with them.
I would like to touch something that I brought to your attention earlier prior on the podcast. Like, I was saying that Drake is literally the only rapper, modern, that has all his business out there. No rapper nobody knows everything about their parents, their baby mamas, their infidelities, and all that stuff.
Because you know what it is? Drake is in the middle of this internet era. You know what I mean? And he does play into it. That's partly him. But the old legends from the old days, that's not part of that era. You don't see them like that. But he's in this new generation. And that's partly on him. That plays into him always latching with these young up-and-comers and he's on that. So he's partly to blame. He wants that, which Kendrick has pointed out plenty in his tracks that Drake loves the fame. He says he can't help it. He a quiet nigga. He like to, stay in the house. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with either, but in shit like this, you giving people ammo.
I think he brought up like how these rappers be going to Kai Cenat to get their viewership up, going to these little kids and all that other stuff. So I couldn't understand how, or was it certain artists have to play into that. But I don't see how genuinely like somebody like Drake, like why he has to get involved with the antics, like
because he really doesn't. He's already big.
It's not only that. It's
he's already on top of the game.
It's what Kendrick says. Like he's doing it for the younger demographic, for the new generation, so he can have people love him.
Stay valid.
Exactly, and that's why he's been valid for the last decade. Because he's always been pandering to the younger crowd of people. Same like we have Ice Spice, Megan Thee Stallion. Like we have all of that, and Drake is like on the top of that.
So speaking of, that's probably a podcast thing we're gonna touch on. But one of the people that they alleged young that Drake tried to fuck was Ice Spice. Yeah. Her ex-best friend's going on a tirade on her right now. She pulled out on Twitter that Drake was trying to fuck on her when she was 22. So, and we touched on this before because in that track he did on that last recent album with 21 Savage, Cocoloso, he brought that up. I played the track and everything. So, that's not, a lot of people know about that if you know. So that's not something Drake could really avoid. But the whole situation is crazy. And I think at this point, Drake, he probably should have did what J. Cole did and just backed out.
Twitter, bro.
Cole did some pussy shit. He was smart. And he said, do you want some of this? He said, no. He backed out.
Oh, you want some of this too, old man? Huh? No. Get off your ass and get in this car, boy. I don't know why you come down here messing with these people. Hurry up.
Because you see where it was going. Drake, that track that he did while it was dope, was not disrespectful enough. Where they're going,
7-minute
he
drill?
didn't want. Yeah, 7-minute drill was not talking about the type of shit they're talking about. He was talking about, hey, your last few albums wasn't classics, and
Your first shit was a classic. Your last
shit
shit
like
was
that.
tragic.
They talking about kids, wives, moms, dads. Like, he ain't want no parts of that.
So let me ask you something. You think J. Cole knew something was gonna happen?
I felt like
I
he
don't know if he
knew
knew what was gonna happen, but I think
knew it was gonna
how
go far.
serious it was. Like, I think he knew that it was about to go where it go. Like, at some point, he must have realized, like, oh, this shit might turn into
Maybe
something a
he
little
was
more than
talking to
friendly.
It's not. It's more than just rap.
Maybe
It's
he
more
was-
than just, oh, who's the best right now.
We're
basically.
more than just top
Maybe-
3. It's more.
Maybe he was
Like, this
talking
shit
to
been bubbling.
maybe he was talking to Drake and he heard some of the stuff that Drake was saying and maybe he didn't want a part of that type stuff.
From Drake, Kendrick, because supposedly they're, he cool with all of them. So,
but
again,
Kendrick
a lot
never
of
said
people
anything
is
about baby mamas or anything. That started with Drake.
originally, yeah, like I said, what we discussed on in Euphoria, it was a lot of jabs. Like, don't tell lies about me and I won't tell truths about you. And like, on that back, I like that. I'm gonna get back to that record on back to back. A lot of things he was saying, I'm gonna get back to that. Like, we gonna get back to that. And he sure did. He doubled and tripled back. He spun the block.
I think his name himself would have pushed him into the beef. That's what it was.
Why? Because of the top 3. Because of the
J.
top 3
Cole is
comment?
one of the best, like, lyrically, bro.
I just feel like him being a part of the first person shooter track is just gonna make him a target. Nevertheless,
That
I mean,
was
that
what
would-
that
that
was
was
in the
making him a
beginning.
target. Yeah.
That's why he said what he said.
But
he had gotten light
But the fact
bars.
that he didn't back out, he backed out the last minute. I think his name itself would have been like, oh, I would love to see. People would have been, I would love to see J. Cole versus Kendrick. That would have been a nice that people would have probably would said.
That's
but
the one
the
I
fact
thought.
that he backed out.
Kendrick dropped bars for both of them and like that, but it was light jabs where he basically said, I'm the best. And then Cole did that before anything else came out. And now that we where we at today, I feel like in between when Might Delete This Later and 7-Minute Drill came out and when Drake released, he knew that this shit was gonna go
ignite
further than he was willing to take it. And the way he was rapping on that track, even though I enjoyed it, was not gonna cut it in this kind of beef. Unless he was gonna be ready to start talking about women and kids, you might as well sit it out, Chief. Just sit it out.
Yeah, like
And-
J.
and
Cole's too wholesome right now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this. I think what J. Cole did was a smart move, but it's not gonna be noticed because the bigger beef between Cole and Kendrick. So
Like I was saying, I respect it and I don't respect it.
I don't respect it at all.
Because
That's-
on one hand,
You know what, I
it
agree
knocks
with
him
you.
out, it knocks him out of the conversation of top 3 because the competition was literally at your front door and you was like, nah, I don't want no parts. Like you got the
he
wrong
just threw a bitch
address.
slap and
But
left.
anyway, yeah, enough of that nigga. He's not rapping right now. Who's winning right now for you? Video dude?
Kendrick, hands down.
I'm sorry,
got him?
Drake. I'm sorry. Even though you supposed to be doing it for the East Coast, but you're from the North, gotta go with Kendrick.
You can't side with somebody that's not from US, bro. What?
He's not from the U.S.
Exactly.
But think about if this is like the NBA.
But I'm
Like
saying
technically,
the
he's
front
repping
place.
the East.
You can't side with nobody who's not from the US.
I gotta go with Kendrick.
I fuck with them both. And if you did the tracks differently, like certain like Family Matters and Push Ups, I definitely like some of them. I say that to say I got Kendrick winning right now, and I got him up because of how he's doing it. Like I said, I feel like he's playing chess, not checkers. But Drake still has a chance to come back. But if I was him, I would just cease and desist. Because his last track, he said he was going on vacation. I don't know if any of us believe that. But if you do that, you're going to lose. So right now you're losing. He could still win. It ain't over. Like,
I don't know. Drake got kind of tight at Kendrick for leaving for 5 years, came back and won mad Grammys, bro.
Yeah, but for me, even though I think Kendrick is winning, none of these tracks KO Drake to me. So if he want to come back, he can.
I don't know, bro.
But if
I don't
he
care if that
just
man is on
disappears,
vacation.
I don't think he can win. And I don't think he wants to even keep responding because it sounds like this motherfucker Kendrick might have 20 songs. Like
I heard
a
people
whole
say
clip-
he
like,
got a
look
whole
at
EP
you,
like, I
for
ain't gonna,
Drake.
yeah, I'm not gonna rap all day to you, dog.
People would
Like,
say he got a whole EP for Drake.
like that's the way it's looking.
Like he been sundering on this fucking beef.
Yeah, word.
He is like, oh, you thought I had one track to end your life. Oh, buddy.
I heard some people saying Drake is playing Connect 4 and Kendrick is playing chess.
Nah, he's
Yeah.
playing Battleship right now.
Whatever it is, this just seem like two different sports. So let us know how you guys feel on both tracks, who you got winning, and whether you think Drake is gonna come back or not.
But you have to forget that now.
Niggas smile in my face like I don't know and can't see the doubt in their eyes. Till I'm waiting in they crib with their kids shouting, surprise, you keep a heart full of hatred and plus a mouth full of lies.